Now for a segment brought to you by Audrain Automobile Museum. As we've learned right here on the Roadshow, they have been preserving, celebrating, and sharing automotive history for years. And the 2021 edition of their eagerly anticipated Audrain Newport Concours and Motor Week kicks off just next week. So ahead of this, we checked out one of the centerpieces of that great celebration, their current exhibit, focusing on New England hot rods and their intriguing stories. So take a closer look as we go from the street to the strip. Before exploring their showcase more in depth, it's important to note the history of hot rodding.
I would say it started in the late 30s, early 40s, before World War II, in California, at the Salt Flats, Bonneville Salt Flats. You know, guys driving cars fast. But after World War II, a lot of the guys come back from the war, and it's a hobby. You could buy a body and a chassis and find a motor and put them together, build them in your backyard or in your driveway even, and go out street racing.
Their current exhibit beautifully celebrates New England hot rods.
About a year and a half ago, David DiMuzio, the executive director of the museum, and I had the idea of doing a show focused on East Coast hot rods and customs, specifically New England. Unfortunately, very few have survived, and certainly very few of the customs, so it began to become a hot rod show. I was absolutely inundated with the ideas that hot rodding was a Southern California thing and they owned it. And I knew that wasn't true because I knew about great hot rods that have been designed, built, cherished, loved, raced, and admired here in the East Coast.
They intentionally chose that most intense period right after the war, so the cars on display are from 1945 through 65. You'll get to see exactly how certain cars got their look. So David, talk to us about what we're looking at here. These are striking.
Yeah, this is a really good juxtaposition, I think. So a car called the Deuce of Hearts. It was really built as a show car. You can see it has lots of chrome on it, pretty flashy. But what you're seeing behind it is a stock 1932 five-window coupe, just the way your grandfather would have bought it from the dealership. But you can see that the hot rod is a good 18 inches lower.
Right.
Well, they do that by channeling the body over the frame, also using different size wheels to get the car to have a better stance, a little raked. Even though it's the same body,
yeah, it's
entirely different looking.
You know, David, I hate to put you on the spot like this, but what are the odds of me borrowing the Deuce of Hearts for the weekend just to cruise around in?
Well, it might be possible.
The show focuses on builders from Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Massachusetts who designed and built cars that garnered national attention. Their condition is remarkable.
Some of them are a bit more immaculate than they might have been in their active working life, but that also tells the story of the high regard in which they're now held. And of course, some of the cars were still with the builders' families, in some cases the builders, but we also discovered that young people own some of these cars, and that was really exciting to us, to find out there were people in their 40s that really appreciated these cars.
Each one is a work of art, and beauty is truly in the eye of the beholder. Let's talk about the story behind this one. This is just an incredible car.
Yeah, a wonderful story, a local story. Russell Daly, who first sees this car living as a kid in California. 8 years old, he sees this car on the street and falls in love with it. He was one of the best craftsmen in town, worked on yachts, was a supreme metal worker and woodworker. He was always tinkering with it, different engines, different wheels, 3 different windshields to make it cooler and faster. Now owned by his daughter Mita, who you'll see in one of these little photographs when she was 2 or 3 years old.
The stories and the local connections behind these cars are incredible. Like the Rake, built by Frank Marotta of Hartford.
Frank Marotta was an amazing character who was a big deal on the scene here with hot rods and customs, and he and his family owned Connecticut Dragway. And this car, the Rake, sort of one of his iconic cars. It was featured in a lot of his marketing for his speed shop, Marotta's Speed Shop in Hartford, and it went through various iterations, as these cars always do. But they're thinking of sort of leaving it like this, to sort of tell the story of the car through its entire life. And it's a fascinating thing that shows how much these things are alive. This is the kind of thing that brings back the kind of Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts history that, you know, people thought was lost. Again, Frank Marotta was quite a character because you see behind me on the wall here is a great picture of him with Mario Andretti at Connecticut Dragway in 1968. They had a famous grudge race, Andretti versus Marotta.
Donald, what do you say we recreate the famous iconic photo?
Absolutely, and then we'll get the winner.
polish the Emmy now. They can send it right over. We're waiting. So we had a blast visiting them, and we barely even scratched the surface of what they have on site. But as we told you, you can check out that exhibit for yourselves as that Hot Rod show runs through November 14th. And of course, it will be available for you to drop in on amongst so many other events and activities as part of Audrain's Newport, Concours, and Motor Week, which starts next week. This segment was brought to you by Audrain Automobile Museum. If you would like more information, we have links to everything, so drive on over right now to roadshow.com. Going this way.
So good.